Hey guys, it's Sarah and today I have a book haul. I don't have all of the books that I have ordered because some of them were special ordered off of authors' websites, so I don't have all of them with me, but I will probably just do an unboxing for those because there's just like, I think there's only 2 packages that I'm expecting, so not too many. Oh my gosh. My nose all of a sudden is like super clogged. I want to film the ones I do have already because I have quite a bit. It was my birthday earlier this week on Tuesday, so I have a ton of books that I ordered then and the day after, so these are all just those books. So let's just get started. A few of these are from Amazon, some are from Barnes & Noble, and then I have a few from Amazon UK. So let's just get into those books. The first one I have is a new release. I also have quite a bit of new releases. This one I'm so excited for. It's White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the first book in our new series and I am so freaking excited for this series. It sounds so cool. It's about this girl who's half demon, half gargoyle. So I just don't even know. I have heard really good things about this so far, so I know that it's going to be good, and I just cannot wait to get into it. It just looks awesome. There's a sequel. It's going to be a series. It's just going to be so much fun. Another new release that I got was Half Bad by Sally Green. This book is super hyped on BookTube right now, and I'm really into witches right now, so that's what this is about. It's about a witch who's half good, half bad, and I don't know. It sounds really, really good, and I've heard a couple of good things, but I've heard a lot of people want to read it, so I'm excited to get into it. This cover is really cool. It's super duper shiny. Alright, I'm just going to show you the rest of them now. I don't really have any new releases on top. They're in the middle. Another one that I remember I got this at Barnes & Noble, and it is Witchstruck by Victoria Lamb. This is it's a book in a new series called the Tudor Witch Trilogy, and it's kind of like, it says back here, the secret circle meets the other bowling girl. Come on. So that sounds really cool, and I don't know, it's like a historical fiction witch book, and I read Born Wicked, which is kind of like that historical witchy kind of thing, and I really enjoyed it, so I thought I would try this out. It sounds a little bit like a fantasy novel as well, and I don't know, it sounds interesting, and I saw it, it's super pretty. I know the sequel just came out. Keeping with the witch theme, I also picked up The Circle by Sarah B. Elfgren and Mats Strandenberg. I've heard a lot of good things about this from Benjamin of Tomes. He loves witch books and I love witch books, so of course. It's a huge book though. It's about 600 pages, which is cool. I didn't know it was going to be that big, but I don't know. I'm really excited for it. I just am really into the witches right now, and I really want to try it out. The sequel's already out. It's called Fire, so that pushed me to buy it even more, and I can't wait to read it. Okay, another book that I picked up. This is one I got off my brother's account. He's got a gift card he didn't want, so I picked up Once by Cameron Doki. I saw this on April Brooks' channel. She said that this is retellings of fairy tales, and the first one is Cinderella, the second one is Rapunzel, and the third one is Milan, which was really interesting, and I thought I would go ahead and give it a try. I know there's more in this series. I think there's like 3 of these bind-ups. I thought I'd just go ahead and try it and see if I enjoyed it. Another new release is Unhinged by A.G. Howard. I just picked up Splintered last month. I picked it up because this cover is so beautiful that I had to read the first one to read this one so I could have this one on my shelves. No, not really, but kind of. I just can't wait to read it. I hope I love it. I love Alice in Wonderland, so I'm hoping that I love this series. Plus, Mad Hatter is like one of my favorite characters of all time. The next one I got at Barnes & Noble. I just lucked out that they had this in hard copy and I just picked it up. I was gonna buy it on Amazon, but I never got around to it. Spellcaster by Claudia Gray. The sequel to this just came out. I just really like Claudia Gray's writing. I read her Evernight series way back when, and I really enjoyed it. So I know I like Claudia Gray's writing, and I haven't picked up a series of hers in a while. I have Fateful, which is a standalone novel, but I haven't read it yet. So I thought I'd just go ahead and pick this up and maybe get the second one sometime soon. But it's about witches, and we all know how I like my witches already because I bought 3 books about witches. 4 books. Oh my god, I bought 4 books about witches this month. The next one that I have is another one by an author that I truly love, and that is Darkness Falls by Kate Turner. This was another one that I was at Barnes & Noble and I lucked out that they had it in hardback. I've been meaning to buy this series. I read Immortal Beloved way back when I was like in high school, freshman in high school. Whenever it first came out, I read it. And I remember enjoying it, but I didn't keep up with it, so I never like continued with the series. So now I want to continue with it, and I have the first one, so I wanted to get this one and the third one, but I just never picked it up. And I was super happy that they had this at Barnes & Noble in hard copy, because that's what I have the first one in. This has an FYI, I got a ton of books, so be prepared. The next two books that I got are part of a series that I just started, and that is The Girl, no, not The Girl Fire and Thorns, it says that on the back. The Crown of Embers and The Bitter Kingdom by Ray Carson, and this is the sequel and the conclusion to Girl Fire and Thorns, and I'm just so happy to have them. I cannot wait to get on to The Crown of Embers because I loved Girl of Fire and Thorns, and I cannot wait to continue with the series and finish it. I'm going to be doing that probably very soon. If you haven't checked out that series, I highly recommend it. The next book that I got is another paranormal romance, and that is Scintillate. I think it's called Scintillate. I'm so bad at pronouncing and reading, I guess. By Tracy Clark, and I just saw this at Barnes & Noble and I thought I would pick it up. I thought it looked cool. It's about this girl who, so now she starts to see people's auras and it's really scaring her, and she can see everybody's but except herself. And she figures out what her powers are. So I don't know, basically it sounds like something really cool and weird. I thought it was really cool looking and I would go ahead and pick it up. So that's what I did. So of course I had to get some romance novels because that's just how I do things. The first one I got was Take a Chance by Abby Galines. This is part of the Fallen Too Far series. It's called something. The Beachfront series or something. I can't remember, but I saw what it was called. I just can't remember what it's called. But I really loved the Falling Too Far series and I loved Grant's character. The only drawback is that my brother's name is Grant, so that's kind of weird. But I really liked his character and I'm excited to see where his storyline goes. I've heard such great things about this novel already. It just came out not too long ago and I love Abby Galines, so it's a win-win for me. So the next one I got is Beautiful Bastard by Christina Lauren. I heard great things about it. I decided to go ahead and try it out. Hopefully it's good. The next 4 books are part of the Rock Chick series. I went ahead and finished my series, completed them. I wanted them all in print because I just want them all in print. They look like this. It's Rock Chick Reckoning, Rock Chick Rescue, Rock Chick Redemption, and Rock Chick Revenge by Kristen Ashley, and I just wanted them all in these self-published copies just in case they get bought by a publisher or something. I'll have the self-published copies on my shelves. They'll look beautiful and I can pick them up and read them anytime, even though I can already do that on my Kindle, but you know, I wanted them in physical copy. I'm just weird like that. Now we're getting into my adult fantasy books that I bought. I bought quite a bit adult fantasy this month, which is really exciting for me because before I started BookTube, I never read any fantasy, and now I've just been craving fantasy, so I bought a lot of those books. The first one is a Neil Gaiman book, and this really is an adult fantasy, but kind of. This is Stardust by Neil Gaiman, and this is the book that the movie was based on, which I had no idea that Neil Gaiman actually wrote that book that went to that movie. I had no idea, but I'd never seen the movie anyway, so it wasn't a big deal. But I've heard such great things about this story. I've heard that it's a lot of fun and one of his more fun novels instead of like creepy and thrilling. It's more of a fun novel. So I went ahead and picked it up and I'm super excited to read it. Super excited to read it. I'm just gonna throw that right there with my Neil Gaiman collection already growing. The next one was a completely impulse buy. I was at Barnes & Noble, I was looking at the adult science fiction and fantasy, and I saw the sequel to this book and it looked really interesting. Why not pick it up? And so me and a Barnes & Noble helper hunted for the first book in the series. It was pretty hard, but we found it, and that is called Firebrand by Gillian Phillip. This is about a 16-year-old boy, something about he's grown up in the half wild and in a fortress, and he idolizes his brother, and then his brother fights with a queen and they're forced to exile, and they don't expect how dangerous it is outside of the country or city or whatever where they were at. It says Seth must act before both of them are fed to the witch hunter's fires. So apparently there's some sort of witchiness going on, but it sounds like a great fantasy novel and the sequel sounds really good too, so I'm really excited to go ahead and read it. I don't know. I've never impulse bought any fantasy. I usually have to have huge recommendations for fantasy. So I'm hoping that I like this one. The next one I bought was because of Reagan from Prue's Project, of course. If you're gonna buy fantasy, you have to talk to Reagan. Well, yeah, you have to check out Reagan's channel. But this is Furies of Calderon by Jim Butcher. I got it in the UK cover just because I was on Amazon UK and I saw it and I think it looks really cool. The rest of the series look freaking even cooler, so I thought I would go ahead and pick it up. The next two books I picked up are the first two books in the Song of the Ice and Fire series. I was on Amazon and I saw that they had paperback versions of these books and I had no idea that they would be like a freaking magazine, but I just didn't want to read the, you know, the, mass paperback like those, which is silly because now I have those mass paperbacks and have been a lot better, but whatever. I got Game of Thrones in this huge edition, and then I also got the Clash of Kings in this huge edition, so now I'm gonna have to buy all of the books in these huge editions. It's not too bad, but I still think it's pretty funny that I couldn't just... I could probably get the box set for how much I'm going to pay for all of these. This is very substantial though. This lays flat by itself, so that's kind of encouraging. I can lay it on the table and not have to worry about breaking the spine. It literally lays like a freaking pedal and it's not breaking the spine right now, so that's kind of cool. I have Game of Thrones on audiobook, but I want to read it anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and read it and listen to it. That's what I've been doing with my fantasy lately. Alright, and the last couple of books are my Brandon Sanderson books that I bought this month. Like I said before, I want to get all of his books in the UK copies, so I've been buying just a little here and there every single month, just so I can have his whole collection because I really enjoy his writing style. The first one that I got is The Way of Kings Part 2 because I realized I got the first part instead of the actual book. So I have Part 1 already and this is Part 2. This is just an epic fantasy. If you didn't know, this is his epic fantasy, kind of like Game of Thrones style, where it's going to be a very long series. It's epic fantasy, those types of things. The next one that I got was Elantris, and this, I don't really know what it's about, but I love this cover. It's so pretty. I'm really enjoying green lately, and it's so pretty. I've heard good things about this, and I think this is part of a series. I think Legion is the sequel to this, or there's novellas or something like that. I don't really remember, but I don't know, I'm just really excited. This is about magic. I really, really am excited for Elantris. I've been wanting this one for so long, even though I don't know what it's about, but I just am so excited for it. This has been a super long book haul. I don't even know. I have 2 more books left. Well, 3 if you count one book that's kind of weird. Anyways, the next one is The Rhythmatist by Brandon Sanderson, obviously. My brother actually bought this because he hadn't read it yet, and he bought this with that gift card I was talking about. But he obviously doesn't have a bookshelf, so I just keep it on my shelves and pretend it's mine because that's how awesome I am. That's how good of a sister I am. And the last one I got was Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. The reason why this isn't in the beautiful UK edition with all the colors is because I got this off his store online and I got it signed for me, and it says, "For Sarah, my breath becomes yours," and that's signed by Brandon Sanderson. I'm assuming that's a quote from the book. You can just go on to his website, which I'll link down below, and he has a couple of books on there. I know he has Elantris on there too, but you can get them personalized. They're pretty expensive, but I already pay a lot for them anyway through Amazon UK, including shipping and all that stuff, so I know they're expensive, but I think it's worth it to have a signed copy, and I'm gonna spend the money anyway, so. So this is basically just a really cool story about really cool magic that you can, it's like this magic that you can pick up colors from everyday objects and use it as magic. So it's just really, it sounds really awesome, and I'm really excited to read this. I did want this in the UK version, but like I said, if I could get it signed, I might as well get it signed. And the very last book is one that's probably not very interesting to everyone, but it's one I'm probably most excited about. Well, I don't know, I got a lot of really amazing books this month, but I'm so excited to have this book in my possession. I've been wanting this book for so long, and I'm hyping it up, and you guys are not even gonna understand why I love it so much, but it is Inspiration in Photography by Brooke Shaden. Brooke Shaden is one of my favorite ow, 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 you're hurting me. Ow, let go, ow, 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 ow. I know all you want is attention. I know that's all you want. Now stop. Okay. Now that my dog has decided to take over my life because he thinks he's a human, sit right here and relax. Thank you. Okay, anyways, this is Inspiration Photography by Brooke Shaden. She is my favorite fine art photographer. She's my favorite photographer, period. She talks so much about finding inspiration in all kinds of different things for your photography, just from like everyday things. And this kind of helps you see things differently. It helps you see inspiration differently, and it's just so amazing. It's such a well-made book, and it has a ton of her pictures in here. And Brooke Shaden is awesome. If you haven't checked out her photography and you like photography, go check it out because I guarantee she is just awesome. I'll also link her YouTube channel down below where she goes behind the scenes and stuff of her pictures so you can see more in depth on, you know, whatever she does if you like photography. Alright, so that is it for my book haul. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys are going to pick up any of these books, and if you have, let me know if you enjoy them. If you have enjoyed them, but don't spoil them. What else? Let me know, you know, just let me know. Just let me know. I'll be just... Okay, that's it for this book haul. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! I feel like I'm forgetting something, that I was supposed to say something, but I forgot what it was. I love book hauls. Okay, bye.